instead of having tons of fun in the summer sun, I'm staying inside to stay alive. What's poppin' peeps? It's your boy Coops, and it's been a while. I honestly thought I've had this game done and buried, but I came back to it. I came back to it. It's Epic 7 again, much to my dismay, because I know nothing's gonna happen here, but I guess I'll use this as a bit of an update as to why. So as you see in the corner, on my account I have Dizzy finally. That was like my Guilty Gear waifu for the longest time, and I missed out on her the first run because again I had quit the game for a long time. But when recently she had her rerun, I went in and got her. Of course I had to hit 121 because, you know, it'd be like that for me anyway with this game. And I even had to do the dark deed of spending some money to get her, because with the free-to-play I only hit about, like, I think it was 20 left until pity, and it's like, I'm not going to let her go away, I'll just finish it. But then also, thankfully, I also have this lady down here, Tamarine, which is apparently, like, the best PvE Soul Weaver healer. So hopefully she can kind of help carry me through story, because I hit a bit of a wall in terms of what I was able to do, because again, my unit lineup isn't the best. I know people who have played this and stuck with it for like years, has like every 5-star at their disposal at this point, but unfortunately with me even spending money on it, I still have the account of like a newbie because I'm not at it. And even then, when I get good summons, my luck is bad, because the latest, the free one from the Covenant summon I got, I just got another freaking Testina, who's unfortunately way past her prime of the normal days, but that's besides the point. So, round 2 on this bitch, even though it was the regular one I went for way back when in the day. This is a more broken version of her, and I think the only one that's treated like this, because most of the other just beach type of units are just costumes for some of the other units, like Sez I think has one, I think Corinne, a 4-star warrior unit, has another one. But I've saved up a little bit. I have enough to get to half of pity, and then probably through just some more grinding I can get half of that, and then if worse comes to worse, I'll probably have to spend a little bit of Dala again to get this unit, but we're probably not gonna get anything, because the thing I hate about Epic 7 summoning sessions is they normally go bad. They have the biggest doo-doo butter rates of any game, almost to Faye. Not Faye. Why am I saying Fate? Faye's been treating me really good, but I guess I'm saying Faye because I'm going to explain where kind of my videos have been, because I have recorded some, but I haven't gotten them up, and I don't think I'm going to. But before I even get to that, let's just go in now that the servers are stable, even though they probably fix the rates now. Because before, while the servers were unstable, everybody was getting Bellona, but I didn't risk that, so I held off until now, which is probably a mistake, because so far it's about the same as all of these videos ever go, just a bunch of 3-star shitty Covenant bookmarks with no sparkles to speak of. I guess while I'm going through these, I'll go through what videos I had recorded. So, I had recorded, I think, 3 different Fire Emblem ones, and a Dragalia Lost one. The one Dragalia Lost one was, like, nothing, really. So, no big loss there. But the Fire Emblem ones, there was one that was actually pretty decent, one that didn't get nowhere, and I ended up just having a pity at the end, and one that I like tried to kind of be topical with like current events in terms of what's going on in the world and whatever, but I kind of like choked up halfway through. I just kept stuttering, repeating myself. It was just very bad. I mean, the summon session was okay. I didn't get what I wanted, but I got some good stuff out of it, but it's just the commentary wise, it was pretty bad, and I don't think I'm gonna pull that up. And even then, again, I didn't get what I wanted in the summons, but I ended up getting it off camera. So there's that, and so far, yep, already like few summons in and nothing to show for it. But this is about how Tamarin went. Like I went a little bit out. Never mind. There you are.
To get some rest.
Thank you.
Only then can you be at the top of your game.
Thank you, Epic 7. I guess we'll take that. That's cool. Nice. Got the most broken unit in the game, and it didn't take that much. That was actually not bad. That was actually not bad. I was just, again, I think I went into full on like bitch mode, like with Luna too, and this happened as well. So that's pretty funny. How many bookmarks do I have left? Just 40. I don't think I'm gonna use my Sky Stone, but the last little 40 I do, I'm just gonna throw it at this just because I have a feeling, because Ravi, who was also like a lolly, came in and like, she was like my best summon ever. She came in and like second summon. So I have a feeling with this chick too. This is probably a mistake, but again, the Bellona summons went way better than I thought, so we're just gonna go in there. We're just gonna go in these and we're gonna call it. And actually, because of this, I think I'm gonna stick probably the best Fire Emblem video at the end of it. I guess just as a way to also sneakily give the illusion that it took me forever to get Bellona. I know that's mean, but I also want to at least get that one up, because it actually was alright for what it was. The other two I can, again, send to the Shadow Realm, and then Dragalia, that was nothing. Though, speaking of Dragalia, and speaking of everything recorded here, I'm actually recording this on... If this is her... Okay, that's an artifact. I was about to say, if that was her, then I have a sneaky feeling about this account liking lollies. But, no, so speaking of things, like, in terms of, like, recording, I'm actually recording this on a newer tablet, a bit of an upgrade, so Dragalia doesn't run at, like, 2 frames per second anymore. It's actually really, really nice. Again, not super much of an upgrade, but enough of an upgrade to where I'm happy with everything that's playing, because it actually has like 4 gigs of RAM now, instead of like the 2 that my older one was rocking. And I guess, surprise, surprise, no Lisbeth, but that's okay. I was just kind of throwing these in there just to throw them in there, get another stone or whatever. But yeah, no, I'm gonna hang on to my Sky Stone. I'm not really gonna go in on this lady. Maybe a couple more Covenant summons I'll give. Oh, no, we don't want to go to the shop. I'm not buying any. I said I'm not buying any. Go away. No, leave me alone. I don't want to buy with smelly money. Get out of here. But, so yeah, in terms of that, great, cool, successful. You know, I actually should have went in Celine instead of Elizabeth, now that I'm thinking about it. That was kind of a mistake. Oh, well, I'm not really going after Celine either. But both the units are just kind of whatever, though. Yeah, she would have been the better choice. I don't know why I threw it. I don't know why I threw some in Elizabeth. That was just kind of weird. I guess because I had the sneaky suspicion of, you know, I told the Ravi story and whatever. I'm trying to justify myself here. That was a dumb move. All of you Epic 7 players are probably cringy, like, why are you getting her Celine so much better? Or however you say her name. I think it's Celine. It looks like Celine. I'm going to say Celine. So cool. I finally have my first Nat 5 fucking Archer. Yeah, that's how bad this account is. I didn't even have a Nat 5-star Archer. The one I'm using up here right now is freaking Silk, who they give you as free to play. It's really bad. But so yeah, there's that good summoning video. Hopefully I got across why you haven't seen from me in a while. It's just been a combination of my own laziness and then the videos I actually recorded not turning out the best. Again, I'll reiterate, one of the Fire Emblems, the wedding one, I just didn't get nothing. Until, like, I did it off camera where I didn't even hit anybody at all and got it, like, first go, which was funny. The summer ones for Fire Emblem, they went alright. I got a couple of good off-feature units, but the featured wasn't good, and my commentary, I was choked up about the current situation of the world, like, burning on fire. I tried my best to explain my feelings towards it, but there's nothing I can add to it. It's just everything. It's understatement of the century, but everything just sucks. And I just hope the best for everybody at this point. And I'll just leave it at that, so I'm not in a tirade where I'm back again. And then the Dragalia was really there. I didn't get anything that I wanted. It was just a bunch of I think I like maxed out the dragon from that session. It was just really bad. I never got a single unit out of that. I think it was Galloway, but anyway, regardless, I'm holding up this video more than I should. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Probably tack on one of the Fire Emblems just to lengthen it a little bit more, because I at least want to show that one, because at least that one went okay, and I didn't flub up on my commentary as much on that one. So we'll give you a video of the past, and I'll see y'all next for maybe another one of these summons as well. I don't know. That went surprisingly well to me. I'm going to go in a little bit now. I'm probably going to play it how I played Duma. I'm just going to go in enough to where I get one of the focuses, because thankfully for me here, I don't have, obviously I don't have Milla. I also don't have both Leaf and Alm, so either of those will work out for me too. Green's a good color because I have nobody in green. Red's a decent color because there's one unit I don't have, one unit with a bad nature, and then Emo Fawn's here who I use a ton, so getting merges on him wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then blue, though it's the weakest color, I can still use it to get a better Julia, fix my Ephraim, and then get a better Lucina, even though the one I have right now is pretty much fine. So she would probably be the weakest of the choices, but I guess without further ado, we'll go a little in. This will be just the tack in at the end, seeing as I went through and just kind of update you. So instead of wasting your time with that, which I got no 5-star, we'll do this, which potentially I still won't get a 5-star either and just get a rate. Alright, 2 gray, so far so good. So let me get into the nitty-gritty of the controversy of this particular Milla art. Now, I will admit right now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Milla art. It's not bad. Like, none of the game's art is bad, even though I've mocked, like, Hector's art to be bad. It's not bad, it's just jarring. And this one is really kind of jarring, considering that there's not really any art in the game that matches this at all. I was really hoping the artist for Duma would have went ahead and draw Milla, so they would have had some kind of matching or whatever, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. It's a very unique, stylized, like, someone from the past actually had a confrontation with Milla and drew her based on memory. It's a weird, unique, stylized art. I mean, the banner image doesn't really give it justice with it all blown up like that. It's actually kind of scary. But again, wow, 2 3-star Kleins, nice, dude. That's exactly what I wanted. We're done. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know, and then her kit-wise, she seems like the unit for me, because it gives you an extra turn in Aether Raid, so that would be really useful for someone who sucks at Aether Raids like me. But yeah, again, her art is like a lot of contention. A lot of people are just jumping on the board that this particular art sucks. I just think, given the nature of this game and how everything's kind of been a little bit more anime-esque drawn and not really this style, it's more jarring. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just a very jarring style. And then speaking of jarring, this is where it's kind of bad. And then speaking of jarring, particular voice actress in question. The less I say about her, the better. Though to be honest, like, I wouldn't have known it was her based on the voice, because it's very unique from how she normally sounds. So that's the thing, I guess. I guess if I squint real hard and pretend that it's not the particular actress in question, I can live with myself, because I don't know even if she was the actress for Shadows of Valentia. I imagine she was. Oh, well, there you go. Much like Duma, she came home I think she came home quicker than Duma, actually. I think Duma took a little bit. But let's see if she's about as bad as Duma was, because I remember Duma being like, what, minus attack or something like that. But she's plus attack. That's good. Unfortunately, minus res is not that great on her, because a lot of her stuff revolves around res. She has that's her sabotage attack evolves around res, though Mila's turn wheel actually relies on defense, so that's not too bad. Again, she's not. It's not bad. It's one of those things like once I get like a merge on her to fix her res, she'll be good to go. Either that, or I could do something to where I don't really use sabotage attack, and instead use something else on that B slot I could figure out. But yeah, so here's Mila. We're gonna ignore who the voice actress is, but yeah, it's just. Again, this art is really stylized, almost like a Magic the Gathering card. Really, it's a art that I would expect to see on a Magic the Gathering card. And again, just looking at it now, it's like it's good in its weird own way. I can't really describe it. I mean, some of the proportions of like from art to art is kind of weird, but just the more like I'm looking at it on the screen now, again, it's not bad. It's just stylized in such a way that it's just, when you compare it to like all of the other units in the game, it's a little bit off-putting at first, but it's something that's not, I don't know, but we got her. That's cool that it really took like no time at all, so I guess I can keep the reign that I've gotten all of the mystics now. Here's the question: do I go for the greens for fun? Because there's a lot of greens, and it's probably nothing. But you know what? I have you here. This is probably going to be a short little ending thing regardless. I'm just going to pull the greens for fun because I have nobody in green. And it would be cool to see a Hector or an Annette or something like that. I doubt we will because I don't think we went that high on the pity. We might have gotten to the 0.25, but it really didn't take that long at all together. So, again, well, at least this portion was successful, so I'm happy about that at least. Seems to be Fire Emblems like turning up a lot different in terms of how the my Dragalia Lost summons went that I just did, so I can at least go out of here happy and keep the rest, a little bit of my orbs for something else. Okay, potential to be something at the very end. Can it be a legendary Hector? Nah, it's just Titania. Okay, I didn't think the greens would have nothing, but normally when you see a bunch of greens, it's kind of a good chance that there's something in there because there's not a whole lot of greens and blue. I'm just gonna go ahead and ignore because I don't really need anything for the blue. But yeah, that was pretty much it, I guess. That's really all I have to cover on that. Got Mila in no time at all, which is really great. I would want to go back in for maybe one of these two boys here, but I don't really need them too much. I mean, I do need them. Let's not get the greed get the best of us. We actually got the main hero, unlike when I went for Bramimond. And, you know, it took me a while to get him. It was still good summons because I was at least getting Camilla's and, who was the other gray unit? Robin's. I was getting those along with them. But again, you know, one of the, I'm just thinking about this now. This kind of art style would actually be, I guess in a way, it'd be better for one of those older school units. Like, I think Bramimond would probably benefit from this ancient art. Maybe there's another deity in like another Fire Emblem game that I haven't played that would really benefit from this art. And I think it's so off-putting because we know how she can look at her best thanks to Shadows of Valentia. I don't think if Shadows of Valentia existed, this art wouldn't be as jarring. But and then again, also, it's just kind of sad. Like, let me go into here. Let's compare Duma's art. In fact, this rougher style would probably match Duma a lot better, considering who he is. Here's Duma's like kind of clean art style, and then his sister Mila has like kind of this rougher. I don't know. Unfortunately, it doesn't mesh as well. Again, not bad. I'm probably rambling here. Not bad art. It's just a little bit different, a little bit of a rougher portrait scale, like someone who's just in the olden days met a deity for the first time and, you know, kind of sketched it out based on that memory of that meeting or whatever. So, alright, so for those of you who are deciding to go on this Mila, despite the art controversy and the actress controversy, this unit in question just has a lot of controversy behind it, unfortunately. Sorry, Mila. I'm ashamed the goddess of love has to go through so much hate in two different areas. I still love you as one who adored Shadows of Valentia, not so much for the map design, but for the presentation and story and everything else. But again, hopefully you guys went in here, didn't have as much of a rough time, because I know firsthand how mythic banners can be really, really bad. Or banners in general. I mean, you saw my on-screen attempts at Bride Makai. I didn't get better until I went off-screen, and even then, like, this one was, honestly, this was kind of a fluke how I went in, because I only had like 90 something. I only had to use like 40 for her. I got really lucky on this one, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess that's how luck works out, unless it's global Dokkan for me. It goes in waves. Let me stop rambling and let you guys go on with your day. Thanks for watching this very segmented video. See you next time for whatever the fuck I decide to do, and take care of yourselves. Stay vigilant and keep yourselves healthy from the Bellona, guys.